Collective, welcome, welcome. I'm Nikki, your local vegan tarotist. All right, let's see. Divine Feminines. What's going on with your Divine Masculine? Wouldn't you like to know? Well, I do too. Oh, let me get this started up. My phone is gonna die. Okay. Okay. Alright. Yesterday was some rough energy. And I was reaching out for a sign, some reassurance that I was on the right path. So I feel like in this love connection, feminines, the feminine energy has really been struggling, and you could be, dealing with one person in particular in the 3D and going, is it worth me still contributing energy, giving energy to this, or should I move along? Or you could have a choice between multiple people and you're asking for a sign, like which one is it? Because maybe your picker is kind of broken or has proven to be maybe not in your best interest, the people that you've chosen possibly. And so you could be saying, you know what, I just let go and let God. Whatever your concept of the divine is, you could just be really relinquishing that control and saying, you know what, I trust that you know better than I do. And that's kind of because the collective is the divine. The collective is, we all share the same, I was going to say chemical makeup, but cosmic makeup, celestial makeup. Same ingredients, different recipes. But there's something about the same makeup. Somebody could have makeup on from last night or something, Six of Pentacles. Same makeup. I mean, you and this person have the same makeup. You could be dealing with a Sagittarius. We got Temperance here, Six of Pentacles as well. It's like you're both going to, I always get that, Joey in Friends where he's making the speech. So somebody could have like a best man or like a maid of honor or something. Or the person that you already know who your maid of honor, who your best man would be at this wedding with your person. And they could be kind of like you could have like a kind of like a goofy friend who says things. They say really deep things and they give really good advice. But they could be kind of silly in other aspects. And, so there could be a friend that's helping you out, the High Priestess. Now that friend could be JC, God, whatever your concept of the divine is. It's your ancestral team, because we've got this Piscean energy, the letters B and J. Maybe the letter N, the number 2, the High Priestess. And that is the Corn Maiden in the Native American Tarot, which I didn't know in my last reading. I was like, I forget what that one is, which major arcana that is. And I double checked and it's 2. So 2s are important here. The numbers. Somebody could be like memorizing your number. They've got your number. Someone feels like they've got you figured out. Because we got the Magician and the High Priestess, which a lot of readers will consider them a couple, which the Magician is like the Emperor and the Empress. They are the culmination of all the elements, right? Masculine and feminine energy. They're pictured as a masculine here, but the Empress is a magician and the Emperor is a magician. They are both divine alchemists. The High Priestess, I consider a divine counterpart with the High Priest or the Hierophant. So Pisces and Taurus energy. The Magician is Virgo, Gemini, and Taurus energy, because Mercurial is the throat chakra, and that is how we alchemize, through affirmations, through verbal spell work. It's always like be careful what you wish for, right? Because someone in the Magician energy is very powerful, and it's the one. So it's the one and the two. So it's somebody, you know, this is also, I get like someone playing a science Dexter's Laboratory. I just get someone who's like doing science experiments. I did get a little bit of like an evil genius there. Maybe somebody decided to use their powers for good. Maybe they were they always got what they wanted in 3D. They always, like, if they liked somebody, if they had a crush on somebody, they always got them. But it was like, be careful what you wish for, because you can call them in. Every time that we self-pleasure, the thoughts are very important in that, because sexual energy is sacral energy. It's creative energy. It's where creation spurs and I'm getting conspires, perspires, a lot of sweat, conspiracy. You two are very tapped into what's going on beyond the veil. So someone in these energies of the High Priestess and the Magician here, it's a lot of crown chakra and third eye, right? And we were getting Sagittarius energy, but right, they're using the crown chakra here. Their strength in your ability to alchemize. And I don't want to say, you know, be careful what you wish for like that, but it is somebody who's realized, like, I get everything I want, so I better know what I want and be saying, like, I want something divine, because otherwise I continuously seem to attract what isn't divine. But it's kind of like Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Maybe somebody's name is William, right? Wilhelmina. It's a very specific name. But there's like, I want it now, don't care how I want it now. You know, there's been like an eagerness or maybe a desperation in some of the alchemy that you've done in the past. You've always had this power to tap in and to get what you want, right? Anything you desire comes to you. So it's like checking your desires, because I think your desires are what you've been attracting have been really creating a lot of strife for you, and it's inevitably set you back. Because it's like, I'm calling it what I want, but what I want doesn't want me. And that is, what I want wants me is a very important mantra. Because it's like, yeah, you might want stuff and you might get it, but you can't control free will. So you might attract somebody into your life, or attract a job, or attract abundance into your life of 3D, but it's not fulfilling. It's not aligned with the 5D. It's not aligned with your connection with source. And then what happens is you end up dealing with the repercussions of that, because everybody has free will. So when you say what I want wants me, or when you call in, instead of calling in a particular vessel, you're calling in energy, you're calling in a frequency, and you're doing that because you're tapped into yours. With the High Priestess at the center here, this is somebody who's very tapped into the self-concept and your own frequency. So your self-concept was part of why your picker was broken, right? You didn't feel that great about yourself. You were maybe self-deprecating. You might have made a lot of jokes about, and maybe that entertained people, because I am getting someone who's like very entertaining. You may have a good sense of humor and all of that, and humor has been helpful for you to get through some legitimate strife. Libra energy, Scorpio energy. Anyway, Page of Pentacles here. But this is like the feminine here, because I'm reading for the masculine side, but this is a feminine reading. So it's like your 3D environment. You finally understood, like, you don't need that much. This is a Page of Pentacles. You don't need a lot in the 3D. what you've always longed for is that connection with self and source, because that is the connection that draws in this connection. Connecting with yourself. All right, let's read for the feminine side. What's the unseen and what's the 5D energy in this feminine? Holy Queen of Swords. You're blocking your blessings. There was a lot that came up behind that, so I feel like that's past energy. Clear the fear. Clear the fear. I feel like you're really working on your affirmations and your mantras. Yeah, because, excuse me, you've kind of understood in this independent energy of waiting. Also with that Page of Pentacles in a love reading, it's a masculine that's moving quite slowly, but they are coming in with something that is solid and stable and secure and has legs to stand on, has longevity. And see this little wheel here? It's like rollerblades. You know how they have the stopper on the back? It's like you've got the stopper on the front. Once you slow down, you could have a lot of cardinal energy or fire energy in your chart. This is someone who's learned to not put the cart before the horse kind of thing. You know, it's like slow down. And in that energy, with all of this Piscean moon energy, the color purple, also the movie The Color Purple could be important. One thing that stuck out to me in that was gaining pleasures from friends. I mean, in that it was about physical pleasure. And there is something with that as well, because this is self-care. This is someone who loves up on themselves. They're very tuned in and they're independent. That 9 of Pentacles is someone who's self-fulfilled. They became their own self-fulfilling prophecy, but in a divine way, right? Where maybe before you were a self-fulfilling prophecy because you had this lower self-esteem, you didn't feel that good about yourself, so you were attracting things that validated or confirmed this low self-esteem of unworthiness, of I don't deserve love, I don't deserve abundance, blah, blah, blah. I don't want to say those things out loud. Be careful what you speak, because you're always creating. You are a master creator, so you're always creating. So just, it's taking care of what words come out of your mouth, what thoughts enter your mind, and which ones linger there. Knight of Wands. Yeah, because it's slowing down and not... We have the Knight of Wands to confirm the Page of Pentacles, excuse me. So it's slowing down. The 8 of Cups here. 7 of Cups and 8 of Cups. This is a feminine. This feminine has really done a lot of work on what do I want? Asking themselves, what do I want? What fulfills me? And maybe you were in a long-term connection where you never really got to explore that. Now you get to explore it. Or this could be recent past energy where it's like you've really connected with yourself because you stopped giving energy to these false wishes. I want it now. There was like an eagerness. There's an eagerness whenever you feel that lack, because sitting with the self in that solitude, in that quiet, that's a little bit overwhelming. Because you're discovering a lot of things. This 7 of Cups is like someone who's doing that shadow work. And there's a lot of Piscean energy here. We got the fish here and the moon. So Cancer and Pisces, very big, but we've got quite a bit of Piscean energy here with the blues and the purples, which is indigo. Blue and purple is indigo, which is the third eye. Purple wings on this green. See, this gives me, this usually gives me Sagittarius energy, but this is giving me Cancerian energy because it came out with the 7 of Cups. And there's that moon with the wings. And the green is the heart chakra, which is Cancer and Leo. Yeah, you're done running. You've been running a lot. Keep your secrets from me, boy. And you dealt with a lot of 8 of Cups in reverse. Yeah, you stayed in places longer than you, not than you should have, because everything that we do, we're meant to do. 8 of Wands, 8 of Cups, 8 of Wands. That's moving. That's movement. You moved out of something. You moved away from something. That could be energetically or physically. 7 of Swords. My allergies are going crazy, so please excuse all of the sniffling. I know that's irritating. The 7 of Swords and the 7 of Cups. You changed the way that you thought about things. you've really done a lot of work on your self-concept, your self-esteem. We have the Six of Wands here, which is all about connecting with a self-esteem. Recognition. It's self-recognition. I actually have the power. And see, it's like they've got these suns and moons, multiple suns and moons. Oh, what is that from? Is that in Cloud Atlas? Where they have, you can see like multiple planets or celestial bodies around. Maybe somebody just got like their chart read, or maybe they just found out like what their birth time was or something. Like I feel like somebody is doing a lot of work. If you knew what your chart was, if you knew your birth time, maybe you got but you just never looked into it that much. Somebody's really looking into that again. It's like a hermit mode. It's because shadow work never really ends. You can become aware of a lot of shadows, but new shadows are triggered when you get into a connection, when you move, when you are under a lot of stress, if your health takes a hit, right? It's any time that you go through these big moments, it's very momentous. When you go through these moments in life where you're under a great deal of stress, you have no choice. When these towers fall, when the universe says you're not moving in the right direction, the direction that is true to you, you're attracting low vibration, you're giving energy to black holes. It's like there's something about you kind of like going back in through your notes. Maybe you kept a journal when you did a lot of heavy shadow work. Maybe you did a period of solitude that you did a lot of journaling, or maybe you took a lot of photos. You could be looking through photos, or your phone could be giving you like memories, and you're going, wow, I really have done a lot of work. You could have been in a stagnation period where you felt like, maybe I don't know what I'm doing. Maybe I didn't do anything. Maybe I don't, like kind of questioning your process or questioning your beliefs. Everybody love everybody. Grumpy little girl. Yeah, you could have been quite grumpy. The Sun. Yeah, there's happiness. There's a happiness. There's a joy that's like reignited in you. I don't know what it is. Stickball. Five of Wands. You let down the competition. Maybe you were comparing yourself to other people. Maybe being on, listening to tarot readings, you were like, everybody seems to be getting with their connection, or like all these readings keep saying like, oh, you're gonna meet them today, they're in your space, they're watching you, and you're like, where? I don't see them, I don't feel them, I don't know who it is or whatever. It's like there was this confusion because this five of Wands feels like some internal conflict. The Warrior of Blades, that is somebody who is either charging away. There's a Eight of Wands and that Knight of Wands with this Warrior of Blades. It's like you've moved away from things that thoughts, words, environments where maybe there was just a lot of negativity around you, and that shit is contagious. Just like smiling is, just like yawning is. If you're around a lot of people, maybe you're around a lot of people that were just yawning. You could have been in school or some sort of training that you kind of had to like muscle through so that you could get to this point of independence. Because of that Six of Wands, I feel like you're doing something. Yeah, 10 of Wands, mockery. Yeah, you've been taking on a lot of negativity and a lot of what's that word with strife? Worries and strife. I think I tried to tap into that song before and I couldn't. And we got the High Priestess. Whoa, dream weaver, I believe you can get me through the night. Yeah, a lot of sorrow-filled nights, lonely nights. Your dreams have probably just been like, what is going on there? What is that about? Where did that come from? Some new environment that you've put yourself in, whether you moved somewhere, you're the new kid on the block, whatever it is. It's like wherever you whatever situation you put yourself in, it was for your highest good. And I think you've been questioning that because of how, we have the Six of Wands, because of how much flack you were getting. You were getting like so much evil eye. People did not like what you were saying. They wanted you to speak poorly about yourself. It's like there are comedians who make a living off of degrading themselves on stage, right? And one that comes to mind is Jim Carrey. He was always kind of like making a mockery of himself. With this 10 of Wands, it's like he was always making a fool of himself, for the benefit of other people. So maybe that's something you did. You always just kind of like put yourself down. It's almost like humility became humiliation. You were so humble, but it was like you were willing to humiliate yourself, and maybe you didn't realize you were doing it, and once you realize you were doing it, you're like, wait a minute, I'm better than this. I'm better than this environment, and it's not I'm better than this person, I'm better than that person, but I am better than this. This is not serving me. It's not, and if I'm not serving me, I can't serve the collective. So it's like whatever you were giving your energy to was false, maiden of vessels. Yeah, so you went into like an independent energy, and you asked Source, what is going to fill my cup? What do I want? And you could be very good at identifying what would work for other people, but when it comes to you, it's like you've gotten so good at being the caretaker, or you're a healer. I mean, with this High Priestess here, it looks like you're a healer with all these cups. But it's like you couldn't alchemize for yourself. You're like a genie granting wishes for everybody else, but you can't make any wishes for yourself. Six of Swords, a new way of thinking that took you out of this. Yes, Queen of Pentacles, knowing your motherfucking value. Thank you. Thank you. And there's that Emperor coming in. Yeah, because there's that Nine of Pentacles. They like what they see. King of Swords and that Queen of Swords that was popping out earlier. Maybe you just weren't really focused on love. Or you just got burnt out on the search. So you said, you know what? I'm just going to focus on me. Because clearly, from what I'm attracting, I've got some work to do. There's still something that's not matching up. This Ace of Wands. It's like you forgot how to alchemize. And here comes that Emperor. There could be travel involved with the world, but they're bringing in this Two of Cups. This Emperor is bringing this Two of Cups in. We've got Aries, Capricorn, Leo energy here. The 2 again. Another 2. 2, 2, 2 could be very important. And that also reminds me of the number 7 of Bruce Almighty with Jim Carrey here. He's a Capricorn, January 17th. Could be important. Maybe that date is going to be important for you in this connection. Maybe you're dealing with a Capricorn. As I just go to split the deck and put these back in. The Devil is right here. What's behind the Devil? Yeah. Ace of Pentacles. Knowing your value. Knowing your worth. But he says, yeah, I'll see you on the 7th at 7. And God, Morgan Freeman, goes, all right, it's a date. Or I don't know if he says it's a date, but maybe you're going to have a date on the 7th at 7. Or the 17th at 1700. Let's see. Nah, I don't want to pull from those. Nah, I'm so fussy. Oh, this one didn't come out. The World. That was still stuck in the little satchel that I keep them in, but the World. The World is important here. Right? Fixed signs, earth signs, and distance being closed. Distance being closed. So, and that's another thing. Is you might be like, oh, everyone's spending time together on Valentine's Day or something. maybe you and your person are going to connect on the 17th or something, like close to Valentine's Day, but maybe not on Valentine's Day. So the sun, yeah, something is going to be in strength, a lot of Leo energy. And then there's the Ace of Wands with the sunflowers. So a lot of sun imagery here, a lot of divine masculine, illumination, clarity, warmth, happiness, all the good things. The sun is the happiest card in the deck, but it's taking you a while to trust in this process. So your patience is paying off. Your patience is paying off in a big way, feminines. So you've really been a lot of masculine energy coming into this feminine reading, which means finally the masculine is coming into the feminine energetically and maybe literally. Hopefully literally. Well, depending on what your gender is. Anyway, we'll get out of there. All my readings I do mark as 18 plus, just so I don't get, you know, the YouTube analysis. But it does not help the algorithm that much. Because, anyway, we won't get into that. I think you two are you both see what's going on in the world. And that could be politically, environmentally, socially, all of the above. You just are both very good energy readers. So this person loves how you value yourself. This masculine really loves how you value yourself. They see you as being very independent. So they know that you're somebody they can work with, and not just work with maybe in a literal sense, but they know that they can alchemize with you, they can co-create with you. But the work that both of you, I don't even want to say want to do, you want to do it, but it's a need. It's like, it's fundamental to your existence here on earth. This incarnation is to do this very in-depth work with the community, with each other. It's like you're both very, not just goal-oriented, because it doesn't feel like there's a cap or a ceiling on what you're wanting to do. It's like you're growth-oriented. So you're always wanting to kind of push the envelope. You both could kind of be like rebels, anarchists, you know, like pushing the envelope. You're always kind of finding loopholes in the system so that you can do this work, because this world does not cater to the type of work that twin flames are here to do. It's the antithesis to that work, which is why it's so freaking hard. That reminds me of Hitch. I believe he's a Libra, and again, Will Smith. So William and Will, something like that. The will to go on, the will to live, is when this is what makes falling in love so goddamn hard. And he says it like there's like this guttural anguish from you two being apart for this long, because I feel like you've been apart for lifetimes. You've been sort of like gravitating around each other, but it's like this is there it is. There's another. Excuse me. They're talking about you now. They're talking about their approach. They know that you're ready for this, feminine. So here they come. Here they come. They are coming into your space. Finally. So your patience finally pays off in a big way. Okay. That's what I'm going to title this. Oh, goodness. All right. And if you want to cross watch, I'm going to do the masculine reading next. So if you resonate with this reading, there may be something in there for you, because I'm going to be reading out of the same energy. So it's likely the same collective that's dealing with that's cross-watching for you right now, feminines. That's going to be the messages will be in their reading. Okay. I got to get out of here. Hopefully there was something in here for you. Thank you for your patience, your time, your energy, your support, your donations, your likes, your shares, your subscriptions. All of that support is very helpful, beyond helpful. It allows me to continue to do this. So everyone who's interacted and supported me through both channels or this channel. If you're new here, thank you for hanging out. And I wanted to do a 30-minute reading, and it's exactly 30 minutes. So I'll leave you there, collective, divine feminines. Have a lovely day. And until next time, I wish you well.